Good morning, boys and girls. It's lovely to be back chatting to you again. I've missed chatting to you over the last couple of weeks, but it looks like you've had loads of fun with Daniel. I'm really sorry this morning. I've got out of routine and I'm running late, so I hope you don't mind. I'm just going to brush my teeth quickly before I chat to you. Always really important that you brush your teeth. One of the most important things you can do every day. You have to brush them really hard. 2 minutes. I haven't really had 2 minutes this morning, so that'll do. Minty fresh. This morning, I'm going to do a little object lesson for you. And I'm going to use my toothpaste this morning. And this is the challenge. I'm going to squeeze all of the toothpaste out of this tube onto this plate. And then once I've done that, I'm going to put it all back from this plate into this tube. Do you reckon I can do it? I reckon I can. I reckon it's going to be easy enough. So here we go. Where do we get the lid off? And then we'll hold it up just so you can see. So here it goes. I'm squeezing. Good Aquafresh, 3 stripes. Squeezing it out as much as we can. Wee bit left there. Grand job. That's us. So there we have toothpaste on the plate. And now I'm going to try and put it back into this tube. So, what way am I going to do this here? Maybe we'll try suction. We could suck it back up again. Not sure that's going to work. Maybe we need to use a spoon instead. So what do we say? We've got a spoon. Oh, that's not going to work, is it? Oh dear. Maybe this is harder than what I thought, you know. What have we got? The slightly bigger spoon. Oh dear, I don't think I'm getting any of it back into this tube, you know. Maybe a bigger spoon again. Wait, a wooden spoon always does the trick. It's always good, isn't it? Not this time. Oh dear. Try a spatula this time, maybe. Just kind of smooth it over. Oh no. I don't think I can do this after all, you know. I think I'm going to have to give this up as a really, really bad challenge. Feeling a wee bit weak now that this just didn't work this morning. Much harder than what I thought. But you know what? Squeezing toothpaste out of a tube and then trying to get it back in can be a little bit like our words. Because you see, once we've said our words, once they've been spoken, once they've been heard by another person, once they're out there, they can't be taken back again. So just like after I'd squeezed all of that toothpaste out of the tube, it was impossible to put it back in again. So it is with our words. You might have heard the little saying, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words can never hurt me. Maybe you've said that when someone's been nasty to you, they've been a little bit mean to you in the playground, or they've been making fun of you, and you just said, well, I don't really care, your words don't hurt me anyway. But most of us know that that just isn't true. Words do hurt us. Words do hurt our feelings, and they do leave us feeling a little bit miserable, a little bit upset. They can damage us, they can damage our friendships, and they can leave us feeling a little bit scarred. They can leave us feeling like we just can't trust that person anymore. You know, the Bible has lots to say about how we speak to people. But this morning I just want to share with you 2 verses. And the first is this. It's found in Ephesians chapter 4, verse 29. And it's the Apostle Paul speaking. And he says this. Do not let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouths, but only what is helpful for building others up according to their needs, that it may benefit those who listen. So Paul's saying, don't let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouth. Only what is helpful. And only if it's going to build someone up or encourage them or benefit them. If it's not, don't bother saying it. In other words, he's saying you've got to be really careful about how you speak to other people. Be really careful about what words you use and how you say them. So let's think about it. What kind of words or what kind of sayings might be unwholesome? Well, it could be swear words. I'm sure none of you would use those. It could be insults to other people, picking on their flaws. It could be name calling. It could be saying things that leave others feeling not so good. It could be gossiping about them, making up things that just aren't true. Let me give you a few examples. You're in your bedroom, you're chilling out with your best mate, you're playing a few games on the PlayStation, and your younger brother or sister comes in. They just want to hang out, they just want to see you, and you scream at them, get out of here, stupid! Or you go to your mum and you say, Mum, all of my friends are going to Let's Go Hydro the weekend, can I go there please? And your mum says, I'm not so sure, I don't think it's safe. And you say, Mum, this just isn't fair. All my friends are going to hate you. Or you're playing a really important game of football and one of your teammates steps up to take the penalty and they miss. And you walk away from them sulking and you turn back and say, you know what, you're wick. I could have scored that myself. None of those things are helpful to anyone. None of them are going to build someone up. None of them are going to benefit them. In fact, all of those things are going to leave the other person feeling a little bit wick. It's going to leave them feeling hurt. Instead, what you could have said to your brother or sister was, would you come back later? I'm with a friend right now. Or to your mum, you could say, okay, mum, I really wanted to go, but I trust you. Or you could say to that teammate, don't worry about it. I know it's disappointing, but we all make mistakes. It's important that we think before we speak. It's important that we think about how the other person is going to feel about what we say to them. You see, our words can either hurt someone or they can bring healing to someone. If we think about things before we react and before we speak, it can be for good. Our words can either leave scars, leave that damage, or they can soothe the other person, a bit like a medicine can do. Our words have the capability for good or for evil, but we've got to think through things before we speak. Elsewhere in the Bible, we read another piece of advice about how we speak, and it's found in James chapter 1, verse 19, and this is what we read. My dear brothers and sisters, take note of this. Everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. Quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. You know, sometimes I get a little bit angry, or sometimes I say something that I just shouldn't say. And it's often because I haven't listened to what the other person was saying. It's maybe because I've cut them off mid-sentence, or I haven't listened to the whole story. But what James is saying here is that if we take the time and we listen to the other person's point of view and their thoughts and their feelings, and then we take time before we speak, and then we take even more time before we become angry, then that's going to bring about good. That's not going to bring about evil or hurt feelings. So be quick to listen, always ready to listen to what someone else has to say, slow to speak, slow to want to jump in and give them a piece of our mind, slow to get angry, slow to just see red and want to be a little hothead. You see, remember, when our words are out, they're out. Just like the toothpaste on the plate. Once it was out, it couldn't be taken back. It was an impossible task to put the toothpaste back in the tube. And so it is with our words. When our words are out, when someone else has heard them, they can't unhear them again. God wants us to use our words to build people up, not to tear them down. He wants us to use our words to tell others about them, about Him, not turn other people away from Him. And lastly, God wants us to use our words for good and not for evil. So every day as you go and you brush your teeth, I want you to remember this little illustration. I want you to remember the importance of thinking before you speak. Remember just how difficult it was that once that toothpaste was out of the tube and onto the plate, it couldn't go back in. So it is with our words. Once we speak them out, we can't take them back. And so it's important that we think about what we're saying. And we think about what we're saying so that it's helpful to someone else, so that it's going to benefit them, so it's going to build them up, and so it's going to encourage them, not leave them feeling sad or hurt or upset. Have a really good week. It's been lovely to be back chatting with you this week, and I look forward to chatting to you all again next Sunday.